Energy Manager Nuclear Power. I'm going to talk about the video game Energy Manager, and I'm going to talk about nuclear power. Okay, so first of all, in order to get nuclear power, you have to purchase it using points, which is right here. It's called the Radiation Certificate. It costs 1,500 points. This is to get the license to build nuclear power. You only have to pay for it once. You would go to PAX. On the PC version, you cannot buy points, and you're not going to be able to earn the points. So on the PC, you cannot play with nuclear power. You can only play it on the mobile version. So because of that, I haven't been able to get it. You go to units, and you go to production, and you go to nuclear, and then you see that there's two plant choices available. One of them is a 1 gigawatt, and the other one is a 1.5 gigawatt. The 1 gigawatt is $250,000. If you go to fossil fuels and you look at 1 gigawatt, it's $250,000. So that means that in terms of the 1 gigawatt plant, it's the same price whether you get the nuclear plant or the coal plant. Produces the same amount of energy. If you want 1.5 gigawatts, your only choice is going to be nuclear. That means that if you're in an alliance and you're trying to be competitive and you want to make the best contribution, right now your only choice is the large 1.5 gigawatt nuclear power plant. If you want to do a lot of power and you're not concerned about winning the alliance contribution, you can get away with the 1 gigawatt coal power plant. The nuclear plant has to connect to a storage unit just like the coal and gas and oil power plants. The storage unit can be a gravity unit. We're going to go to the units. It can be the chemical gravity, the P2X, which is hydrogen, and I believe these other two are not available right now. What people are saying is that you have to buy uranium in order to fuel the nuclear power plant. I'll show you that in a moment. You would generate the hydrogen power, and then you would sell the hydrogen. What people in the forums are saying is that you make the most money with nuclear power if you buy the uranium at a low price and you sell the hydrogen at a high price. You also need the license for hydrogen. So if you don't have it, your only choice is going to be to use the other storage, which is chemical gravity. And I would advise chemical. Okay, for buying uranium, you see over here it says U235, and it shows holding for me 45 kilograms, and it shows the price. See that the price over here is 3,000, over here it's 3,700. We got 17,000. One user said he buys under 8,000. You can increase your capacity. You need points to increase the capacity. And you'll notice that it says I'm holding 45 kilograms, even though I don't have the ability to buy uranium. And the reason why is because you might receive uranium from other plants in the game. For example, a windmill. I don't know if it's going to be in the details, but I believe that they do generate radiation. I'm not sure. You see over here it says emission rating, and it says 4 grams per kilowatt hour. This doesn't generate CO2 emissions. So what are those emissions? That could be the radiation that is showing up in my account in my holding as uranium. I'm not sure, but I did read somewhere where the developer said that radiation is produced by windmills. So it's possible that you might have some radiation. I mean, some uranium in stock. So if you go to the board and you go to game guides, you're going to hear people talking about nuclear. And some people say it's not worth it. Some people say it is worth it. Once you get the most powerful coal plant, your only option to generate more power is going to be to get the nuclear plant, the 1.5 gigawatt. And in terms of making money, to get the hydrogen P2X license, which is 150 points. So you're going to need 1,650 points to maximize your income and production in the game. Some players are saying that they have lots of success. One player says he has 26 nuclear plants, and he says it's worth it. Some players say it's not worth it. I'm going to say that it's probably worth it in terms of the end game, but I wouldn't buy it early in the game. I would go with the solar, the wind, the coal, and the gas, and then go for the drilling. And it's possible that you might get into some of the other units that are not available yet. See if we got some. It looks like everything is available in terms of, actually wind might have some that are not available yet. Over here you've got the offshore wind farms are not available yet. So nuclear, some players say that it is worth it. It's not going to be easy. I advise you to do the other plants in the game. It's going to help you earn the money to buy the nuclear plants. If you can buy the coal plants, you'll have the cash to buy the nuclear plants. Other than that, if you have any questions or comments, you can go to my discussion forum, which is at cheapbooks.cc. I'm going to have it up in a second. There it is. Cheapbooks.cc is my discussion forum. You go to the board index and you scroll down and look for business management, and you're going to see energy manager, and you'll see some tips that I've written, and you can ask any questions. I do check to see if anyone asks any questions, and you can see tips that I've written and tips that I might be working on for a future video. Over here you see we've got a section on hydrogen. I don't have one for nuclear yet. You could ask your questions right here. And I am the owner of cheapbooks.com, which is a website for books and textbooks. You can search for books and textbooks. There are currently 660 million listings, and it is increasing. If you have any questions or comments, please post below.